Hello, hello, everybody. So, hello. Of course, hello. Let me know where you're from. For the ones who will join in a little bit, because nobody ever joins on time except for you, hungry beavers. So we'll just give it a couple of minutes to let everybody settle in. Wow, a lot of places. I'm personally here in Krakow, Poland, or as the locals call it, Kraków. Ghana, Switzerland, Florida, LA. Ooh, a little bit jealous of LA. Tirol, nice. How's the weather in your areas, guys? Nigeria, Colorado, Texas, Chile, New York, Colombia, Germany. Good stuff. Malaysia, Tampa. Nice. Luckily, the weather pulled through for me today, and we've got a bit of sunshine, 20 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I do apologize. So I'll just give it one more minute for any extra joiners. Hey, from Indonesia, California, Italy, UK, Romania. Gosh, global. No one from my neck of the woods, though. No one from New Zealand or Australia. All right, I'll just give it one more minute for any additional people. North Carolina. Yeah, I agree with Mache. Thank you so much for carving out a little portion of your day to spend it with me and the team. Oh, you miss NZ. I miss NZ too, buddy. I miss NZ too. All right. We've got about 60 people with us at the moment, and I believe that should get on with it. All right, so I'm going to turn down the music now and get on with it. So hello, everyone. Welcome to my webinar about paid webinars. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here and to meet all of you from around the world. I hope you'll stick around and have some fun with me this morning or afternoon or this evening, depending on your time zone. So also from Orlando. So my name is Elliot, and I am going to show you some awesome features about paid webinars and why you need to make the most out of them. But first, I would like to give you all a bit of information about the webinar. So as I've already asked, so let me know where you're from by typing in the chat. So the ones who are joining now or haven't joined, just let me know where they are, where you're from, and let me know in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. I think everybody has figured it out by now. It's in the bottom right. Can you all hear and see me well? Give me a thumbs up or just say yes, no, maybe, cannot. Thumbs up, okie dokie, and a heart. Oh, thank you. So I would just like to take a moment to introduce my awesome colleagues, Mache and Ola, who will be in the chat moderators today. And in addition, there will be a Q&A session at the end with Mache. So if you have any more detailed and technical questions, feel free to add them throughout the webinar, and we will try our best to answer all of them in the session. Or if we run out of time, of course, reach out to us also after the webinar. And also, just for you study bunnies, their webinar will be pre-recorded, so no need to panic if you feel like you have missed anything. I want to just take a side note here that there is one little fruit fly flying around my room. So if you see me randomly dart my face away, it's not because I'm crazy or I'm, schizophrenic. I just have one little fly that is driving me insane. There's always one. So I have recently joined the LiveWebinar team. So I'm fresh meat, but I was completely hooked with the paid webinars feature immediately. So throughout years of extensive travel, it has given me a lot of insight on how reaching a larger audience at once can be an absolutely lucrative stream of income, especially throughout and post this global pandemic, as we are all well aware of. So now I can see how to capitalize on that, and so should all of you. Hello to Silicon Valley. So I came from a background where I learned the value of money at a very young age. I was told always if I wanted to buy something, I have to work hard for it, and then use my hard-earned cash to purchase what it is that I wanted. Because of this, I believe that I'm able to make money through any means necessary, and there is literally no way of not making money in this day and age, especially with the internet, Web3, NFTs, etc. So who in the audience can relate to this? Anyone? Must be somebody. So I've always been interested in learning new ways about making money online. So it's not necessarily the quick and easy methods, but functional and sustainable methods. That is why I'm running this session, as I believe you would like to know more or are already using a similar method to create passive income. I'm not going to joke. There's no fluff here. I want to show you that it's not that hard. I want to also show you how easy it is to earn money throughout this webinar. I'd also like to talk about, some brainstorming, some ideas in the process with you all. So what's on the agenda for today? So we have the passive income introduction, what are paid webinars, how to run your paid webinar and the paid webinar formula, how LiveWebinar can help you with paid webinars, and there will be a Q&A session at the end for all of the people that have got a lot of questions. So we got so far 71% that can relate. You 6 lucky people. Fortunately, there's a growing number of passive income options, with the global pandemic opening up innovative ways to earn much needed extra income. So let's take a closer look at how you could earn a passive income too. So let's talk about it. What really is passive income? Well, as you can see by the slide there, it's not money from wings or money that's fallen from a tree. Passive income refers to income that does not need a significant commitment of time or money. Although most passive income ideas require some initial time, money, or resources, they should require only minimal monitoring on an ongoing basis. It's practically effortless, meaning you can set it and almost forget about it. It's also quite repetitive, so you can consistently reuse the same method over and over and over again. And if you can't, it's not that passive, is it? And finally, it's regular. So come on and get that moolah. And for those of you that don't know what moolah is, it also is a reference to money. Hi from Indonesia. And in walks paid webinars. So what do you think is better for you? Investing time, money, and in an uncontrollable source, or one that you can completely control? Because paid webinars are actually not dependent on any economical situation, and you control actually 100% of the outcome, unlike some other revenue streams. So how do they actually work? They are pretty simple to implement, as all you have to do is promote your webinar and sell the tickets to join it. Now, I know that sounds too good to be true, but it's really that easy. You also have to run your webinar for those who have paid access for it. And then you could generate some extra revenue directly by sending it to your bank account. The audience will get their money's worth of knowledge, and you will be able to share your expertise to your audience at scale. So it's one of those classic win-win scenarios. I don't know how you could actually lose from doing a paid webinar. Somebody, have you got an idea of how you could lose? So how much can you actually earn through webinars? 7%. Now that number doesn't sound very high, but I can assure you 7% is better than 0. And actually 7% of respondents admitted that they earn over 10,000 a year just through webinars alone. Now, wouldn't that be a nice club to join? I for sure want to join that club, or at least be a part of it. So who can actually earn on webinars as well? Now, this is where we can get into the nitty-gritty about all the different industries. So definitely advisors. Consultants and advisors would be able to host a paid webinar and reach a multitude of your clients, and will be able to touch on a range of technologies and industries all in one go instead of actually setting up many individual sessions. For all of you personal trainers, this is a very effective method of reaching many clients at once. Instead of everyone making time out of their busy days, you could advise a group at a scheduled time and critique them individually. Whilst everyone was listening, they would also be learning other methods that you use with other people and could broaden their understanding of their bodies. Is there anybody that can guess the next one? Anybody? Speakers and coaches. Oh, I knew somebody had that. Well, webinars and seminars online face-to-face have been a staple for many years for this group. Utilizing the paid webinars feature, you would be able to reach a far wider audience than if you were in a studio and still profit from their attendance. Yeah, there's a couple of coaches. Any DIY and craftsmen or crafties in the house today? This would also be similar to the speakers and coaches, as you can, of course, reach far and wide and inspire many newbies to the scene. Now, this one is, in my opinion, the most lucrative industry as streamers and content creators. And for myself, a content creator, our whole mission is to reach as many people as possible, like yourselves. This is a literal no-brainer for us, because why not teach somebody and get paid, and then they can then teach somebody and get paid as well. Also, the educational sector, that is another big one as well. So with the pandemic, online classes were shot into the limelight, and paid webinars simply make sense to elevate the learning and knowledge. There are many, many, many practical uses for this feature, as you can control how much you can charge for your expertise and your curriculum. That's not just based upon schools, but many other avenues as well. And lastly, for now, the IT sector can seriously benefit from this when projects need a larger audience and can sell tickets at a discounted rate, and more people will actually sign up as they are seeing a deal rather than a full price event. I, for one, know that if you see a deal like, oh, this cost me $250 rather than $500, you're going to go for the $250 one. Now imagine if you are the host, you could then sell, let's say, 50 of those tickets rather than only selling 10. So you would have a larger audience that could then spread the word of mouth. So anything else you can think of? As I will not have time today to discuss all business avenues, as I could be here all evening, trust me. But be sure to type it in the chat now or reach out to us on our social media channels to get the info on that. So the paid webinars formula. Firstly, you have to have an idea. Otherwise, what are you going to talk about? Focus on what you're unique in and an expert in. Is there any content gap in your niche? There may be a lot of actual webinars in your niche already, which could hinder, your approach. Also look at what your competitors are doing. Look at what they're doing and learn from their mistakes, and use it for inspiration for yours rather than stepping on them. Get ahead. Secondly, promote it until kingdom come. As Gary Vee once said, if you are not promoting on at least 10 social media channels or platforms at once, you're wasting your time. Some may disagree, some may agree. But personally, if you post on Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, they're all of them, the big names and the smaller names. There's no harm in posting it everywhere. The more avenues you actually venture down, the more profit and knowledge there is to be shared. Doesn't everybody want to have a mass following? Some people might want to have 10 people, but if you've got a business, you want to get as many people buying that product as possible. Also, your community. Do not forget about your community. Your community is likely to be your first audience, and they will actually care the most. They know you, and they know what you want to actually get out to the masses and actually hear what you have to say. Try and make the most of partnerships, such as newsletters, patrons, and the like. I know there must be a fair few people in here that have already got some patrons. I myself have some patrons, and it's very, very nice. It's very, very easy passive income. Ask them if they'd be open to helping you and get the promotion out there, because they're more than willing to help you because they actually enjoy your personality and your content. Also, set up a landing page for additional traffic redirection and drive more people to attend your webinar. Make it stand out and add some benefits to convert those leads from people who are just going to bounce. Keep that bounce rate from 80% all the way down to 20%. Lastly, the solution. Among all the solutions you could think of, LiveWebinar could be the solution that's perfect and just right for you. You only need 2 factors: a LiveWebinar Pro or Business account, and a payment gateway using Stripe or Braintree. Braintree is a PayPal service. Et voila, you have a paid webinar. I do apologize for any French people in the room for butchering voila. So, how to make it work with LiveWebinar? First thing, signing up for a paid LiveWebinar account. But wait. Please bear with me. There's a little surprise towards the end of the presentation. So don't just leave now thinking, oh, it's just a sales pitch. It's not the case. Number 2, adding payment information. To activate the feature, please be sure you have entered your billing information and card information first from the menu on the top right, where it says billing. And in the billing tab, navigate to subscription details, and in the left center of the screen, you will see the payment method there. So to use the feature for the first time, you'll have to make an integration with either Stripe or Braintree in order to connect a working payment gateway. In the billing tab, navigate to paid webinars and choose your payment gateway. This payment gateway will be connected to your bank account, and the profit for each ticket will be sent to this account minus the 10% commission LiveWebinar takes. But that's just more of an incentive to get more tickets sold. So to connect your Stripe account, you can obtain your keys from your Stripe user dashboard, or if you decide to use Braintree, you can obtain your merchant info from the merchant account details in your Braintree user dashboard. And number 3, setting up the event tokens. So to quickly set up tickets for your event, go to your profile menu and click Event Tokens. Yes, I know that sounds very easy. But once you have the account events token page open, select Create. And then this will then take you to the Create Event Tokens page, where you can begin setting up your tickets. Most importantly, which I want to stress the most on this, be sure to toggle the paid tokens option on. Without it, you'll just be creating a normal unpaid event token, and nobody wants that. Start by giving your ticket a name. One that corresponds with the name of your event is best, because it's easier for everybody involved. Then select the event you'd like to use it for. If you'd like, you can add the same ticket to multiple events. And of course, select your currency and name your price, so you can use also use different currencies for different events. If you wish, you can also set an expiration date for the tickets. Once you're satisfied, click Create, lovely green button. Number 4, how attendees access your paid webinar, as that is the most important of the steps. This is what the ticket purchasing process looks like from the attendees' perspective. When attendees access an event that requires them for you to pay for a ticket, they will see this screen. If they have already purchased the ticket, all they must do is enter the code. If not, they must click Buy Token, which is again a handy colored green. This will then take them to the payment screen, and once they fill out their payment information and of course agree to the terms of service, select Buy Token, but this time in blue. Rip in the blue. They will receive an email with the details of their ticket, including the token code needed for the event. And quite frankly, it is that easy. Now, I believe you're still not convinced. And if you are convinced, awesome. But if not, the numbers definitely speak for themselves. There's nothing better than reaching the peak, and we have almost reached it, as a lot of our customers are happy. And also, features speak volume. So LiveWebinar's software is fully customizable. It's an advanced API integration, compatible with any device, which I believe is key. Marketing automation, phone bridging, various formatting, recording features, whiteboarding, live streaming, and stats and reports for all the nerds out there, myself included. And a little special surprise. So for all of you attentive people who have mustered the strength to stay through until now, use the discount code MAY20 for 20% off Pro and Business plans until the 3rd of June. Hello again. Oh, it feels like a lifetime since I've been back. Thank you very much, Mache, for answering all those questions, and thank you everybody for all those actually really, really good questions. So thank you all for joining. For everybody that has lasted to the end, I've had an absolute blast, and I hope you've learned a way to earn from hosting paid webinars. I mean, I actually had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. I mean, I know it's a lot of information, but it's always good fun. So if you did actually enjoy this and you'd like to get connected, you can of course find me on all social media platforms. And you can find me at Euro Kiwi Boy. So all lowercase, all one word, Euro Kiwi Boy. And for the Germans, Euro Kiwi Boy, because all of my German friends say that. So I would love to wish you all a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And until the next time, have an amazing one. Sayonara from LiveWebinar.